Mahashivratri is often called the night of Lord Shiva. It is a night meant for stillness, awareness, and inner mastery. Most people look at Lord Shiva, the blue throat, the snake, the crescent moon, the Ganga. But Shiva was never meant to be admired like a statue. He was meant to be understood as a living map of the human inner world. The story begins with the Samudra Manthan, the churning of the ocean. Everyone was seeking Amrita, the nectar of fulfillment. But what emerged first was not nectar, it was poison. That is not mythology, that is life. Whenever you churn your life, when you try to grow, heal, love, or transform, the poison always rises first. Pain, fear, ego, trauma, betrayal, toxic emotions. Most people think there are only two ways to deal with this poison. 1. Swallow it, internalize it, let it reach the heart, let it become bitterness, insecurity, and silent suffering. 2. Spit it out, react with anger, blame others, spread the poison further. Shiva shows a third way. He drinks the poison, but he does not swallow it, he holds it in his throat. This is the deepest lesson of Mahashivratri, containment without contamination. In yogic wisdom, the throat is Vishuddha, the space of awareness and discernment. It means you can face negativity without letting it define who you are. And here, Parvati completes the teaching. As Shiva held the poison, Parvati pressed his throat, creating a boundary. Shiva is consciousness that faces pain. Parvati is discernment that prevents it from entering the heart. Together, they show us how to live. The poison leaves a mark, the blue throat, visible, not denied, but mastered. Your past pain does not disappear. When integrated, it becomes wisdom. Around the same throat is the snake. A snake holds its own venom without dying. Fear, ego, death, time, all worn as ornaments once mastered. But poison creates heat. That is why Shiva surrounds it with coolness. The crescent moon, a calm, disciplined mind. The Ganga, purified wisdom flowing with control. The Himalayas, deep inner stillness. Shiva is a complete system of balance. That is why Mahashivratri is observed at night. The senses quieten, the mind slows down, awareness rises, and this is why we light a diya. The night represents the silence where we face our poison. The diya represents the awakened consciousness that guides us through it. The flame is the Atma Jyoti, the inner light. The oil is our negative tendencies. The wick is the ego. As the lamp burns, the poison of old patterns is consumed until only light remains. On this night, Shiva is worshipped as the Jyotirlinga, the infinite pillar of light. Lighting a diya is not for a deity outside. It is the act of keeping your inner world illuminated while you contain life's poison. Fire purifies the space. Stillness purifies the mind. And there is Nandi, discipline, patience, alert stillness. Without discipline, awareness cannot hold intensity. When you truly understand Shiva, you stop searching for him outside. Your patience becomes your blue throat, your awareness becomes your third eye, your discipline becomes Nandi, your silence becomes your temple. Mahashivratri is about realizing that the same strength exists within you what you are looking for outside. So don't look at Shiva, look through Shiva. And on this sacred night, remember, the master of the poison is already awake within you. Om Namah Shivaya.